and welcome to another episode of Worst Collection Ever. This is the show where we tell you about the worst comic book collection in existence, and it just happens to belong to us. I'm Jen.
I'm Shawn, and welcome to the podcast.
Welcome. We have a special guest, our cat, who's decided to just shove his butt.
He's been very nosy.
He really has. What are you doing, buddy? Go away.
He's he's finding himself with all these
with the equipment, basically.
He's being very.
He's like, hey, pay attention to me.
Harley, see, you're making things worse.
Harley, come on, sit or something, will you?
But welcome to the podcast. This is a show where we talk about comic books and comic books in our collection, and we say horrible things about them.
I don't know if we say horrible things.
Well, we say ridiculous,
questionable
things. We try to make jokes.
Questionable thing.
You know, we love our comics, you know, and but we enjoy talking about our heroes, and sometimes we say really ridiculous things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it. You know, we go through these books, and we like to see where it lays out. But so right now we're in the middle of our Fantastic Four stuff.
Yep.
Because there's a Fantastic Four movie coming out.
I think it's Friday.
I think it's today. Today, the day that you're hearing this.
The day you are listening to this.
We'll have to go see that.
Yeah, totally. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I'm not, really. I really kind of know the bare basics.
Oh, yeah. I only saw that first thing, kind of like with Superman, which I was looking forward to. I watched one trailer or teaser, and I have not seen anything since. So I know nothing going in except that it's set in a different time, and that's it. And that's fine. We'll see what I think after we watch it.
Yeah. But before we get into the book, I just wanted to maybe address, we didn't go anywhere. We just watched the Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, from 2015.
2015.
Oof.
This is my second time seeing it.
This was my first.
It's your first. So I don't know. I know we've talked about your thoughts, but what do you think?
It was awful. I don't really know what they were doing with it. I think they were just like, hey, people love Spider-Man, right? And Spider-Man's a little kid. So guess what? The Fantastic Four's a little kid. And it just took so long to get to the actual them becoming the Fantastic Four. It was just bad. I did not like it. It was very slow. It was very boring. I didn't see the point in any of it, I guess.
It's a movie being made for the sake of being made. Yeah,
it just felt really boring. I hate to keep using the word boring, but I mean, I feel like even the actors were bored making it.
Okay. I appreciated the idea of making a Fantastic Four movie
set in the modern day.
Set in a modern day, which is weird because they're still trying to kind of 60s it up.
Yeah.
They're trying to be this is a previous time period. It's 2007, but look at this teacher. He's dressed like he's, in a Barks root beer cartoon.
I didn't know what that was.
Advertisement. And, and you got Ben Grimm, he sleeps in a junkyard or whatever.
That was funny. The Nelson Muntz life of Ben Grimm there.
he Biff Tannen.
Where he's just I'm surprised he didn't have a Nuke the Whales poster on his wall.
Yeah, don't get it.
Yeah, it was
nobody can start this car but me, Ben Grimm.
It was also a little bit Stranger Things-esque to me.
Was Stranger Things out by then, I think? It was 2015.
It must have been.
I don't know. I feel like maybe it was close to that.
I'd have to look that up.
I do appreciate what they were trying to do in regards to maybe doing more realistic stuff.
You know what? I don't need my superhero
in a way,
movies.
A body horror-y.
Yeah, I mean, fucking. The Thing is always body horror. It just, you can't escape it, even when it's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need, all of my heroes to be realistic.
Well, no, I'm watching a superhero movie.
Exactly.
I don't need to be I wish I could totally identify with this being a thing that could happen next door.
Yeah, that's why I don't really need that. I'm fine with it. The Fantastic Four's corny as shit. They always have been.
Yeah.
That's okay. You know what? Let's just embrace the fact that they're fucking corny. Just like James Gunn kind of did with Superman. Superman's a dork. He's a dork. And that's okay.
He's an awkward man because he comes from another planet. And he's still...
No, not only that, but Clark Kent himself is just a dork.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's fine with it. And I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? It's okay. He doesn't have to be super gritty. Oh, I'm so depressed. He can just be a freaking dork. And it's all right, man.
Yeah, it doesn't have to have sick ass emotions, all the time.
Yeah, he doesn't have to be like constantly like upset because he's so different or whatever. He can just be a guy who listens to shitty music.
He does.
And just be a dork. And that's okay. Just like the Fantastic Four can be really, really corny.
I'm Superman and I listen to bands that James Gunn makes up.
Yeah. And even write songs for, apparently.
Yeah, but this movie is just, I guess the word that kind of was going through my head was joyless.
Absolutely. That's what I mean by like everybody seemed really bored and nobody seemed to want to be there.
Yeah.
Like, because there was no fun. There was no jokes. There was nothing. It was just very it was a slog.
Hardcore.
And I don't know if we spent so much time because they were really thinking like, oh, this is obviously getting a sequel.
They just assume that any superhero movie they do is
going to get a sequel. But Jesus Christ, man, it wasn't fun to watch. There wasn't any sort of like, oh my God, look at this. They're in space and this thing happens to them and now they're heroes or whatever. There wasn't any of that. It was just like, we're getting in this thing and oh my God, now everybody's dying or fucking mutilated in absolutely horrific ways. Like seeing the Human Torch just lying there on a table in flames and Reed thinks he's dead. That's terrible. That's not awe-inspiring. It's horrible.
I like that he's just on flames and not making any attempt to douse him.
No. He was just on fire.
Like, there's not just like any sort of like fire extinguishers or water or just a way to try to contain him. He's just like, owie, 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 owie. And they're just like, yep, there it is.
The other thing that was really weird to me is like everybody blamed Reed. Is this Reed's fault? Is he the one that touched the goo?
He did not touch the goo.
No, he did not touch the goo. Doom touched the goo.
Doom goo.
Yeah, and I was like, why is everybody fucking mad at Reed here?
Yeah, that's a good point.
It was a little bit weird. They're like, oh, he left us. I'm like, okay, I understand, like, he's not here at the moment, but it's not really his fault that these things happened to you.
Look, being mad at Miles Teller is accurate because he does have a face you want to be mad at.
Well, I especially like when he has those dumb glasses and like you see him for the first time when he's Miles Teller. And of course, what does he do? The thing every actor who doesn't wear glasses does the second they're on camera, adjusts them. It's the first thing he does the minute you see him at that science fair.
Glasses?
He's like, look, I wear glasses. And I'm like, no, we get it, dude. Just keep them on your face.
Look, act like you've been there.
Yeah, exactly. Act like you know how this works.
Act like you've had eyes.
Oh, God.
But yeah, he's give him all the grief, but really the person to blame is Sue and Johnny's father.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's the guy that's got behind this whole project and the one that's like bringing all these, bringing them all in together to get this done, with the exception of Ben Grimm.
Also, what was the deal with Doom when he was just like in that warehouse in the dark?
What, playing video games?
He was just sitting there. Like, he looked like he hadn't walked. Like, was that his thing? He was just like, I'm so sad that I no longer go to school / work for. I could not understand how that works.
Because they're like high schoolers, but then all of a sudden.
But he's also like, you work for me. And I'm like,
you know what? I'm going to.
Do you?
I'm going to take over your guardianship from Tim Heidecker. And you're going to.
Well, Tim Heidecker was fine with it. He wanted to just watch baseball, and you know what? I can't blame him.
Yeah, and so they took him over. Ben Grimm wasn't there,
which he helped build it. He should have been. I don't know.
But it's funny because he was the one explaining stuff, but Ben knew what he was doing too, kind of.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They're just like, you, Sir Reed, you're going to come to school with us, but. Fuck you, Ben.
Fuck you, Ben.
Go back to the junkyard.
Even though you've been helping him build this thing since you were in 5th grade.
You stole a power converter from your junkyard.
But you know what else I didn't understand? And I mentioned this. I'm like, okay, so I'm assuming Miles Teller's character's around 18-ish at this point.
We're
17, 18.
The impression that they're
older.
Teenagers.
Yeah, I mean, but like older teenagers, right? Like not 13.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so it's obvious from the get-go that Reed is this genius. And no one noticed? Like, his teacher's just like, shut up, Reed, sit back down. I'm like, no one saw his test scores? No one was like, we got to get this kid into a magnet
test
school?
Scores. They just made that, in that school, they just said, you go to school, you read this, you do this, and that's it.
Nobody was hey, we should.
It's the worst school in New York.
They have specific science-based high schools in New York City.
I know. It's not like it's not a big city with lots of people that have lots of smart children that they try to help cultivate their...
Exactly. Like, these kids are into science. Let's put them into the science high school.
You'd think he'd be more like a Tony Stark thing.
Yeah.
Where, like, yeah, because granted, Tony Stark's dad was...
Of course.
Already,
he's rich.
An important guy.
But, I mean, that's...
Had the aptitude, or at least would have been understood that this man, or this child, this Miles Teller child, is going to be very smart and should be protected or not protected, but just
given the opportunity.
Nurtured.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's typically, especially in a place, I'm assuming, especially in a place like New York, where they have these schools. Wouldn't it just be like, oh, obviously we got to get that kid into one of them?
Yeah, we should probably do something about this. But no, they do nothing, and that's exactly how.
That's actually how the movie felt. They did nothing.
They did nothing, and then the movie gets.
And then we get the big sky. Yeah, we also get Skybeam.
We get a Skybeam.
I like that it's 2015.
I like that this movie just takes place once we get out of like the school.
Yeah, in a lab.
It just takes place like in a indiscriminate part of the U.S. I assume.
Oh no, I assume it takes place in that lab in New York.
No, because the lab. Because they moved them to the facility, to the Army facility afterwards.
But it was the facility where after they came back.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like before they went.
Before that was in that building, and then the ship went down there.
Yep.
Taking them to wherever upstate New York. I assume the Adirondacks.
Sure, why not?
And that's where they're having the rest of their
government
adventures.
Is
government
being the government. I'm like, okay. I mean, it just kind of sucked.
I will say this much. I didn't completely hate the way that Dr. Doom looked.
I didn't totally hate that. No.
I think it's an interesting way to create that. I wish that he had, and for some reason he had like a wispy like hood that he was wearing, which we're trying to make like, okay, this is Dr. Doom. This is how you know how he looks. But not that he needs it.
Right.
It's just it's strange.
It was weird.
And
and
it's not good. And hopefully the bar has been lowered for Pedro and friends to do well.
I feel like all the Fantastic Four movies have kind of just sort of eaten shit, though.
Well, that's the problem. It's like the Fantastic Four. It's a hard property to really...
To adapt, right?
You can adapt it. It's just, it's hard to make it so people are like, yeah, I'm cool. I want to go see this. Because in my opinion, even though they're both very smart and very capable characters, Reed and Sue Richards are very boring. Oh,
I 100% agree with you. They're very boring in this fucking book.
Yeah. They're the most boring ones, even though they do things. But, and then so when half of your team, including the guy who's named the team after himself or vice versa, you're already at an uphill battle.
Yeah, and I'm not actually sure why that is, because it's not like we don't have geniuses in every comic book company you can think of. Like Tony Stark's a genius, but he's not boring.
No, because he's got personality.
Right, he has a personality.
Other than just being smart.
Right.
Reed's thing is just he's smart.
He's just smart. He doesn't have anything else going on. Like,
and also elastic.
And also, elastic, which was disgusting. By the way, oh God.
I don't know how we're gonna get Cronbergian levels of stretchy bodiness like they did in this movie.
That was really upsetting. I honestly fell asleep at the end of it because I was so bored. But the last thing I remember seeing is when Reed goes onto the planet dimension, wherever the fuck Doom
the negative zone.
Sure. Wherever the fuck Doom is hanging out. And like Doom does some stuff, magic. I don't know what the fuck he did to him. But Reed just kind of like stretches out and then he just falls over. That's the last thing I remember.
Oh, yeah, you didn't miss anything.
I know I didn't miss anything.
You missed the ending, but that was it.
I can't imagine the ending was any better.
No, it wasn't. It's not good. It just ends like fart.
It's just like, hey, you were depressed watching this? They were depressed making it.
Hello there. Come on in and welcome to the Fantastic Four. I am your host, Brett Young, and this is the podcast serving up comics, cocktails, and conversation for your listening pleasure. Every episode, I'll welcome a guest to the Fantasti Lounge to explore one of their favorite comic book characters and cover a classic story in which they're featured. And what pairs better with great literature than a delicious drink? Based on my guest's ingredient of choice, we'll mix up a cocktail or mocktail to enjoy in the Fantasti Lounge while we talk comics, mixology, history, and whatever else comes to mind. So join me every month for the Fantastic Pour, open for business by the Fire and Water Podcast Network.
We are reading some Fantastic Four. What are we reading today that will hopefully be better than that fucking movie?
Oh, I think it'll be better. This is leagues better than that movie. I would rather have seen this.
Yeah.
So we're reading Fantastic Four number 165 from December 1975, picking up from the issue last week, the second part of the Crusader saga.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a saga. It's only two issues. So Crusader event.
Sure.
And the cover has Crusader like focusing his beams from his negabands towards Ben, who is all of pretty much falling off of this building, because the only thing he's kind of keeping him there is his foot's like stuck in like his like left foot is like stuck in like the corner somewhere, but he might as well just be falling off to his death.
Right.
If he dies, I don't know. He'd probably be okay. Or maybe he wouldn't. I don't know.
He got better
because the Crusader is shooting him with his beams, which they're not really. They're represented differently because his beams are more yellow. These are just kind of look like they're more like fire. Because reading enough Quasar, that his beams don't typically work like they do in this book.
Okay.
And even Crusader points out later, it's like, yeah, these are more like I used to use my beams to like blind people, so I just shoot them in the face. But he's trying to burn a hole through Ben here. See a fighting mad Thing battle as never before for his very life.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that.
No, he's fine.
No, he's also fine, but like, yes, he does fight him, but not a ton.
We get a little bit. They have most of the brawl.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that.
So he's pretty much the main guy that Crusader fights.
Yeah.
And Crusader's like, release me, monster, or feel the full fearsome wrath of the Crusader. And Ben is like, if I let you go, because he's got Crusader by the leg, I go splat all over the North Bronx. It's you or me, baby. You or me.
So you know what's funny about some of these villains from back then is, man, they just do the most, don't they? Just like they're so over the top, so verbose.
They are. Yeah.
They really just do the most.
They do it. They're extra as hell.
Yeah, and Crusader is definitely extra as hell.
Oh, 100%.
I will say we do not get Johnny dressed as a 1970s cowboy styled by someone who's never seen the 1970s in this issue, and that made me very sad.
No. He is just
he's just wearing his uniform.
He's just Torch,
and he's very sad.
So the story is called "The Light of Other Worlds." Roy Thomas, writer; George Perez, guest artists again, and Joe Sinnott, embellisher; John Costanza, letterer; and Petra Goldberg, colorist. So we pick up with Reed as last.
Oh, that's
issue.
right. He was stilt walking down the street.
Yeah, his legs are fully extended, and he is just stretching his way across Manhattan. No, thank you.
Yeah, really gross.
Yeah, he's from Greenwich Village. No, he's going towards Greenwich.
Yeah,
Village
he's going to the village. Yeah, Reed wants to see what the hell's going on, so he goes to like where Crusader first showed up and where like he grabbed that old man.
Yeah.
And his wife is still there.
Yeah, well, real quick, just want to point out, and this kind of is a thread in this issue, that since a recent battle with Dr. Doom, Reed's powers have not been been working for him as well as they normally do.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing fine here, but
it seems to take a little bit more out of him, because he mentions how like he's kind of out of breath.
I am short of breath as a refugee from a cigarette anti-commercial.
Refugee?
First of all, yeah, refugee.
Just someone, how about just like
actor?
Someone
Person?
in an anti-smoking commercial.
What he says, he doesn't say anti-smoking, he says cigarettes anti-commercial. So it's not a commercial.
I don't know. It's not. It's that commercial. Remember that commercial where that guy had like the voice box thing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's that commercial.
Yeah, it's that commercial.
But like, I don't know. Reed, again, you're right. Reed and Sue are extremely annoying, and Sue especially, because all she does is just like
fret,
and think to herself that she shouldn't be fretting. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
When he shrinks down to talk to these people, he looks like he's jumping at them, like he's gonna attack.
Oh.
It's very funny.
Yeah, and so he notices
the woman's just like, the cop's like, what the hell? And the woman's like, it's just Reed from the Fantastic Four, officer. Don't worry about it. Like, she's so not impressed.
Well, here's the thing. So her mother, or this woman, her husband was
the guy they pulled out of the building last time.
Yeah, well, no, he got pulled out of the building and they threw a rock at him. Remember?
Yes, and he got better.
He got better.
Yes,
because Reed's like, well, it's good that he's not dead because they haven't covered his face. Well, although how he has a face,
I think we discussed that he's probably just a head on knees.
Yeah.
Like we talked about that last time, because he 127 hours the rest of his body.
You know, it'd be funny if like they put him on the gurney and they just covered like he has his legs, but he's missing a torso.
That's exactly what it is.
His head's just sticking out.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. He 127 hours his torso, pretty much from his neck to his knees, and all that's left are knees and head.
Yeah. So Reed comes down though, and his cop is like, "Who is you?" And he's like, and she's like, "Mr. Fantastic," and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're the Fantastic Four, Richard Reed, right?"
He's like, close enough.
Was that the actor Robert Reed? Did Mike Brady?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "Hey, don't bother Miss McCleary. He wants you to get out of here. Go back to outer space or wherever the hell you're from." And then this woman hears it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is the deal." Yeah,
and then like that makes her realize she knows who this is, which kind of doesn't make any sense. But she's like, "Oh, let me tell you a story about Dr. Grayson. He came to my husband." Now, not to her. Yeah. Apparently, she just heard this story secondhand, but she still recognizes Crusader's voice. Sure, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, they must have been good friends or something.
I don't know, maybe. But he was a child. He was a child. He was a baby when they left. So I don't know why she knows what he sounds like. But anyway, that doesn't matter.
Well, though, it's the father's. She's talking about this guy's father.
I know, but she recognizes Crusader's voice.
Somehow this guy has the same voice as his dad.
And that doesn't make any sense.
But actually, I think it makes sense only because after what kind of happens with who this person really was, the Crusader really was.
Oh, okay, maybe. Yeah, I'll give you that.
We'll get to that.
So anyway, she's like, "Oh my God, I know who this was because Horace Grayson came to my husband and he was like, hey, I need money because I want to make a rocket so I can get the fuck off Earth, because this is like right before World War II.
Yeah.
And
if only,
right? And he's like, man, I can't give you this money, unfortunately. So he gets all mad, but he still builds this rocket.
Yeah.
That's why he's waiting. She's like, oh my God, his son must be mad because my husband didn't give him this loan.
Right. And we pick up with the Crusader.
Oh, by the way, is this where this guy runs the Grover Cleveland Bank? Okay.
The Grover Cleveland Bank.
Yes.
So McCleary runs these banks, and there's a bunch of them in the, around the Bronx, and as we'll find out, we interact first with a security guard who's like,
oh, he's thinking about his lunch.
He's thinking about lunch, but he's not looking forward to it.
Yeah. I think he's just like, I don't think he's not looking forward to it. I think he's trying not to make himself hungry.
Oh, you think so? I thought he was worried. It was like, he's like, I wonder what my wife packed me for lunch. Best not to think about it.
I think best not to think about it was like, oh man, I got like 3 hours left before lunch, and if I start
8 a.m. and he's just like, and granted, I think it's definitely midday, but he's
man. You ever have those days where you're like, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, you're like, lunch, and you're like, oh fuck,
dude, I'm thinking that as soon as I get in.
I know exactly. You're lunch. Like, oh man, it's gonna be a long day. I think that's where he's coming from.
So he's sitting there, and a bunch of metal starts falling from the roof. And
like liquid metal. It's melting.
This isn't just one day. This is going over for the course of a couple days.
And he keeps showing up to just this particular bank, all of its branches, and just like fucking with them, wrecking them.
Yeah, just smashing them. I mean, he's also blasting a cop here.
Yeah. Which is actually fun. That drawing of him blasting that cop is pretty funny.
Just shooting the beam there.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, that guy's fucked.
Oh, that guy's totally fucked.
But did we also just get a random shot of Frankie?
Yes.
Who's doing the Kill Bill?
It's also very funny because it's like Crusader's very large. He's like in the center of this splash pit.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
And there's like all these things happening behind him that's supposed to be showing you what has been happening over the course of a few days. But the way he's drawn, he looks like he's just stepping on Frankie's head.
Yeah, she's like, ah! Yeah, she's not enjoying that.
No, I can't blame her.
It's also great because there's the Daily Bugle, and it's like, if it's reporting, it's like, oh, Crusader knocks down these banks. And then J. Jonah Jameson notes strong resemblance between Crusader and Spider-Man. Which,
there's literally none, but okay.
They literally, one has a mask.
Yeah.
And the other one.
Well, the one is completely covered, and the other one has like blonde hair and a cape. But all right.
You must be look like that's what Spider-Man looks under the mask.
Oh man, J. Jonah Jameson just really hates Spider-Man.
He really, J. Jonah Jameson is probably the prototype for everything happening today.
Well, I think one of the smartest things they did in like one of those movies was turn him into a fucking conspiracy theorist.
Oh, it's perfect.
I'm like, this is exactly what I expect.
That's who that guy is.
That is who that guy is. That's absolutely correct.
So we go back to the Baxter building, and Ben is furious, and I thought he was ripping like a metal thing, but I think it's a newspaper.
Yes, I think it is
shredding
too.
the newspaper, and he's like, I'm gonna kick that guy's ass or whatever. And Sue, did you notice Sue back here?
Oh, when she's looking at that stupid kid?
So she's just standing like a pencil.
Yes.
And she's just staring. She's like, Ben, please don't violence the foot of Franklin.
She's just like half bent over looking at the kid sitting on the floor.
I don't know if she's bent over. She's just standing there like she's like doing a meme thing, like she's planking.
It could be. She could also be like doing some sort of like TikTok dance.
Franklin, look at my TikTok dance. He's like, no, I'm looking at blocks or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the hell he's doing. But yeah,
so this could have like a room
apparently,
and a nanny. Could you just send Alicia over there?
Well, I think
actually hire a nanny with sight, maybe.
I would just hire a nanny. Poor Alicia probably doesn't get paid.
No, she's probably not getting paid a penny.
I know, and she's
getting paid in Ben Grimm dates.
Like, she watches this kid all the time, and all he's going to do is take her out for a fucking hot dog and a hot dog cart.
Your rewards is going out with me, Ben Grimm. We're going to go and get stogies.
It's also kind of weird that, like, they just put him on the floor of the lab.
Yeah, come on. It's dangerous.
That is dangerous.
This is a very dangerous place. A lot of pointy things.
Yeah.
So Sue's doing that, and Reed's watching film of these bank heists.
Yeah, and he's like,
attacks.
Huh.
And Johnny is just like, I can't score.
Yeah, Johnny's so upset because he spent all that money on that stupid outfit. and now she thinks, obviously Frankie's not taking his phone calls. He doesn't realize she's completely traumatized by fire. But he's very upset by this. He's like, God damn it, she's not taking me back. She won't answer my calls because she knows I'm a freak. He's very upset. And then this is where Reed is like, it's strange. All of these bank attacks only happen on days when the sun is out. Okay. And then like their alarm goes off. It's like the radiation alarm or whatever the hell he calls it.
Yeah. Cause he's noticing a pattern.
Yes.
I just want to point out real quick, this weird calendar.
Oh, that he has?
Yeah. I don't know what it is. There's just a bunch of big pictures on it. There's a picture of them at the top.
It's a homemade calendar.
There's a homemade calendar. Like I think there's a picture of Namor.
I don't know.
There. Like,
hey, Sue made it.
Sue, yeah, she did.
Because she's like, I'm going to fuck this guy one day.
Hey, Reed.
Because
Reed, check this out.
Reed, you're not paying any goddamn attention to me. I am going to fuck this man with the weird wing feet.
Hey,
okay?
Reed, I made a new calendar. It's called Guys I Will Fuck.
Actually, that'd be amazing. She's just like, I'm just handing this to you so you know.
He's like, great, I'll just post it.
And he's like, not paying attention. And it's just like,
whatever.
And it's just like Sue writing on there, like, can't wait to bone. Like, probably.
It's just a picture of Namor just circling his dick.
Well, that's what I mean. It's just like, she's probably circled like Namor and then wrote like, probably has huge hog. And like Reed still doesn't get it. He just doesn't. He's like, science.
So, cuck calendar incoming.
The fact that she ever got pregnant is amazing because it seems like Reed just
the fact that it's one and done.
Oh yeah,
that was the best he could do.
That was one and done.
Lucky. They were lucky to get that.
What'd she do? Get him drunk? Like, because was he like, for science's sake, I want to see if my dick works? Like, is that the only?
He's just like, so you'll be a great experiment to see if your semen is could get me pregnant. He'd be like,
we should do this. One experiment, just the one time though.
I can never do this again. I'm very busy.
Yes, very, very busy man.
So,
which is actually what happens here because they're like, oh my God, we got to go. Here's where he's showing up. And Reed is like, go, I have to stay here and do science. But then they're like, oh, he's showing up over there? No one goes there. And then it turns out, they're just going to the Bronx.
Yeah. They're really
like really giving it to the Bronx in this fucking book.
Is the Warriors happening there?
Apparently.
Is that why nobody goes to the Bronx?
Apparently that is why
is that the orphans' territory? They don't want to go there because the orphans are there?
Yeah, this is like in Sin City where the ladies rule it. That's they can't set foot.
Hey, it's me, Ben Grimm. I'm here for dates.
I was going to say, Ben is just what the fuck is that guy's name? Mickey Rourke.
Marv?
Marv.
Ben and Marv are brothers.
Ben and Marv are brothers.
It's my cousin's Marv. Marv Grimm.
They're just like wandering around through like the most misogynist part of town you could possibly find.
That's the ultimate team up right there, if you want to be honest.
Yeah, why isn't that?
Marv from Sin City and Ben Grimm and the Thing.
Oh, Jesus.
They have the equal amount of skin texture.
Yeah, yes, this is true.
But because they're driving the Fantasti-Car, which is one of the ugliest fucking things.
This reminded me of that car Homer designed.
Oh, 100%.
It has like the space in the back for the mother-in-law. Because Sue is just like, it's like, it has the front, and then it has like a weird, like, Event Horizon middle.
Yeah.
And then the back.
Event Horizon.
But it is. That's what Event Horizon looks like. It has the two things on the end in like a hallway.
Right. It does.
And so that's literally what this looks like. And Sue's just like sitting back there. I'm like, who designed this? This is awful.
Reed's like, it's very important that we have a part in the middle where there's a bunch of amputees having bloody sex.
Oh, no, that happens up front.
And then you have to. It's in Ben's part. Okay.
Yeah, it's in Ben's part. And then you have to go down the hallway to the bloody sphere.
Oh, okay.
And that's what's in the back.
The hallway's pretty good. The hallway's the safest part of that thing.
Exactly. Hallway safest part of the whole thing. I don't know. Maybe if Reed was having more sex, he wouldn't have designed something so dumb.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. He needs to get laid more to have more neurons firing in his brain.
I agree.
For cars.
I agree with this.
But Sue's in the back fretting about Reed. She's fretting about Johnny.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm not Reed's mother, so I shouldn't. I don't know, whatever she's thinking about at the moment. And then she's like, oh, I shouldn't say anything to Johnny because, he'll be okay. He's a grown man. And I'm like, shut up, Sue. Christ, you got to think about something else besides these boys.
Yeah, and Johnny's like, man, I wish I was getting laid. Yeah, and then Ben just is like, man, the Bronx, I ain't been up there since the Giants moved to Frisco. Hot dog and a beer at the Polo Grounds. They don't make Sunday afternoons like that no more.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of this joke in Mr. Science Theater because Ben's just sitting here thinking of hot dogs, and it just reminds me of this joke where I think it's Track of the Moonbeast episode. And they're showing, whatever the monster ends getting like blowed up or whatever. And it just shows like these different like characters in the movie and kind of focuses on each of them. And each time they do it, the robots say a joke or whatever.
Sure.
And they get to this one nerdy doctor or like a cop or something. And he's just like, I think I'm having a pork chop for dinner. That's kind of like Ben. Ben
is definitely, he's thinking about hot dogs right now. He's going to stop and get a hot dog on the way back to the tower. The building, whatever the hell they live in.
As soon as they're done with the Crusader, he is getting the footlong.
Yeah, 100%.
He's getting a few footlogs. He's getting a pack.
Oh yeah,
he's getting a bag full of them. He's gonna sit in the front there. That's why there's enough room in that front seat.
He's got to buy that's for groceries.
Groceries.
That's why Sue can't sit there. Even though you could put them in the back, but he's like, no, I'm worried they'll fall out because we have no roof on this Fantasti-Car.
So you sit in the mother-in-law seat.
So Sue, you sit in the back so you can worry, and I'll be here with my precious hot dogs.
It's very important.
Yes, it's very important.
So we end up in the Bronx, and the bank owner here is like...
Or like the manager of this branch.
Bank manager. I don't know if he gets a name or anything, but he's very very upset because nobody's coming into this bank to actually to keep their money. They're taking their money out.
Yeah, he's like, we've only had, what is it, 3? Is it 3?
3.
And he's like, 3 customers. Like, that's what he sounds like. But he's like, there's only been 3 customers. And they've
one Crusader.
One bank branch. But yeah, he's upset because everybody keeps coming in and withdrawing money instead of depositing money.
I know. Bank's going to run out of money.
Yeah, sure. That'll happen.
And he's very upset. And the security guards right for was like, yeah, but like our banks are being attacked by a man with
this is the security guard. This is not the guy thinking of his lunch.
No, it's a different guy.
This is a different guy, but this guy's like, my wife's actually been telling me that I should put in my notice And then the Crusader starts coming in and the manager's like, hey, what now? And he's like, the guard's like, but I'm allowed to give you my notice.
Yeah, I got rights.
I got rights. And he's like, no, you idiot. And then that's when the Crusader comes in. He burnt actually a very cool drawing where he burns a hole in a wall.
Well, this is when he goes. So he burns a hole through this wall,
which is cool
because he's like, hey, warmth is coming from the behind the wall, and Crusader's like, beyond the wall, fool, from me,
the Crusader,
right? And this is when he goes, since you seem to be in charge of this institution of oppression.
No, see, there it is. That's where I'm like, oh wait, let him cook.
yeah. What else you gotta say?
Hold on. Let him cook.
So he throws this guy because this guy's like, let me go. And he's like, fine. And he throws him and Sue saves him. So, okay. Last issue, the Crusader was shooting off his beams or whatever, his wrist stuff, and it was blinding. It was very blinding light.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to combat that, Reed created some contact lenses.
Yes.
But for Ben in particular, it just looks like he's high.
Yes.
Because they're red.
Yeah.
His eyes are red.
But just like basically to protect their eyes from his zappies, I guess.
Yeah. And so Crusader's like, all right, well, I'm going to go on the roof so you can come find me.
Yeah.
And Johnny goes up there. Yeah. Johnny starts talking shit to him because he's like, hey, so like, I know why you're who you are.
Yeah.
You know, that lady told us.
Yeah. That you're this guy's kid.
You're this guy. You're the son of Horace Grayson. You know, why are you murdering?
Yeah.
And he's usually he's doing this to kind of stall him. But so this is, of course, where
we get an origin story which is very funny because so his father wanted this loan, didn't get the loan, still somehow managed to make this rocket. And there's a picture of him and this baby. And it just looks like he's wearing like a weird hat, like cage around his head.
He's wearing a saw trap.
He's wearing a saw trap, 110%. His
father is wearing the reverse bear trap on his head.
Yes, he is.
While
and
going into space.
And I'm just like, why does your thing look like that?
And his baby's just in this like tube.
Yeah.
No mother, by the way. I don't know if we don't know anything about a mother.
I'm assuming he just stole this baby.
Yeah, I'm assuming he stole the baby.
This was a custody dispute, and he was just like, haha, I'm going to Uranus. Because that's exactly what he does.
To Uranus.
Because that's exactly what he does.
Hey, you stay here, woman. I'm taking this baby to Uranus.
How long would it take to get, this is a comic book, but that would take forever.
It's a very long way.
But they do go because somehow his dad knew.
It's 2 billion miles from Earth. Somehow
his father knew that there was like life there. And even though like it's not very warm because it's so far from the sun, there is an ancient civilization that's been there so long they don't even remember how they got there.
Yeah.
And they have a dome.
They have a dome.
We love a dome. This dome does not, we don't know because we didn't see it come down. I'm assuming it did not cut a biker in half. Like the absolute Green Lantern dome.
Yeah, there's just a half a bike around the outside there.
It's just a smear they can never get off.
Yeah, like, that was here we got here, guys.
Been there for centuries, man. I don't know.
It just shows up.
Yeah.
I do like this redhead woman that's holding the young Robert Grayson here. Looks like Wendy's Burgers.
Yes. Yeah.
She's there. Yeah. And then
but they're like, hey, come join our civilization because we also are human.
Yeah, we're human, but there's a big methane storm going on outside.
Yeah, come on in.
It's actually more like, I guess it would be like a fart storm.
I assume.
If you think about it, methane.
Oh God, could you imagine how bad that planet would stink?
Well, it's Uranus.
It's Uranus. It should stink, I guess.
Uranus smells.
Oh, Uranus smells. But that's why they have the dome, and so like. They're like, well, you know what? You have a lot to offer science-wise, so come live with us. So that's where Crusader grows up.
He grows up, and then
he likes a girl.
He meets. There's a girl here that he digs. He's like, all right, well, then I had to go back to Earth because I had to get some supplies.
This makes so little sense to me.
No, it doesn't, because because what we understand is he was a hero that was previously documented in issues of Marvel Boy.
Yes.
Like actual issues of comic books of Marvel Boy.
In like the 40s, right?
40s and 50s, of 1950 to 51.
Okay.
So, and that was back, I think, before Marvel was Timely Comics or Atlas. I think it was Timely. This is what he was. He was here, down here fighting crime. And then he went to the bank again. And he was like,
because he needs a loan to purchase medical supplies. Question. How is he going to pay this? Does he have Earth dollars? Is he going to bring a check every month? Like, how is he going to pay this?
Well, it's not
fucking loan
explained here
back?
because he automatically.
No wonder he doesn't get the loan.
He doesn't get the loan, and
yeah, because you have literally no Earth income, bro.
here are Here's some dollars from my Uranus.
And this is 1979, which is, by the way, pre-credit score.
Okay.
Because credit scores were not invented until like the way they are now until like 1985.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's been that was that
Yes.
recent.
Yes.
Interesting.
So he didn't have that going on. But I'm like, you don't have any Earth collateral. You're gonna go to another planet. So he gets very upset because he gets denied this loan.
Yeah, and so he finds everything. He says that it took me a minute. I had to find everything.
So he just stole everything.
So I just AKA I stole it.
Probably a better way
AKA,
to go.
I set up a Ponzi scheme, AKA I NFTs. NFTs in the 60s.
I sold enough NFTs to buy this
statue of an ape. You could own the statue of an ape.
You can own where it lives on the blockchain if you pay me money.
And literally, the block, it's like the street block.
Yeah.
You could own this.
There's chain.
But it's not really yours, but you could own it.
You can own it. It's not yours. But you like own a piece. See this chain that's like holding it down? You own one of those links.
First NFTs. This is very stupid.
And the first blockchain, very stupid.
Oh no, my apes.
No.
My 1960s apes.
Oh no, my apes, they're all gone.
So he gets his stuff and he goes back to Uranus, and everything has been messed up because this dome.
Yeah, because he's like, oh my God, when I first got back, I thought it was, a war or something. But no, it was some sort of natural disaster that shattered this dome.
Right. So
because they're so far away, everyone froze to death.
Everybody froze to death. So it was a bunch of freezing farts that murdered everybody.
Don't you think they would have some sort of some way to prevent that from happening?
I don't know. That's why his dad was there. Maybe that's why his dad was like, hey, I need you to get me a few Allen wrenches so we can fix this thing.
Here's the thing.
I need $10,000 in 1960s money for Allen wrenches.
But here's the thing too. Like, I'm like, oh, don't you think they should have thought about like how to prevent that? And then I'm like, wait a second, like we're living on a dying planet where we're just like, meh, and we're just letting it happen.
Yeah, that's right.
So, they could have just been like us.
Pretty much. But yeah, so his girlfriend has been frozen over, and
his
he's
dad,
really upset.
His dad's just basically he's like not colored in that picture, so he's white.
Yeah, he's just a popsicle.
He's just a dadsicle.
Dadsicle.
Ooh, dadsicle.
So I guess at some point he tries to go back to Earth. Yeah, because he was like, yeah, I could have been here to help, but I was detained by
banks
on Earth by a hard-hearted banker's rubber stamp.
Because I had to instead like take a while to, I'm assuming, commit crime.
Yeah. You had to go around and get those apes.
He had to get the apes.
He had to procure the apes in order to tell other people to also own the apes.
Yeah, he had to build an ape statue. You gotta let that.
It was really hard to get that blockchain. I'll tell you that.
You gotta let that cement sit, and sometimes that'll take a while if it's too hot, too cold. So yeah, he was just detained, sitting there waiting for that ape to dry.
Waiting for my ape to dry. The Marvel Boy story.
Marvel Boy story. It's so very stupid.
I do like this picture. I do like this image here. So he's coming back to Earth, and he's like, I'll go back to Earth. I'm gonna kick some ass.
Yeah.
And he flew through the comet, a comet's tail,
and it kind of was like nope, yoink, and like just kind of took him wherever it was going.
Yeah, and I like his face here because he got a suspended animation.
Yeah,
so he's like yee.
Yeah, the comet's like fuck your plans, and just sort of like took him with it.
Somehow he got close enough to Earth though that the gravity allowed him to fall back into
to
Earth, and now he's
why
here.
not? That might as well happen.
I have prepared myself for this campaign of terror.
Nice.
So he's here to kick ass, and Johnny's like, well, this guy's crazy. And Reed has convinced the press to not tell people that this guy is still alive.
The original
banker.
Bank
he
guy
probably could go over there and kill that guy.
Right.
So everything's cool, but Ben's like, all right, we're sneaking up on you, and he punches this chimney or whatever this guy Crusader's standing on. And this is when we get this brawl with Ben and Crusader.
Because it's clobbering time.
He gets knocked off of this thing, and Crusader's like, I should have known the Torch's henchman would have came after us. And Ben's like, hey.
It's like, I'm not a henchman.
I'm not a henchman.
We're on a team,
I'm
bro.
a rock man.
We are on a team. I am not his henchman. He is not my boss. We are on a team.
And then he hits Ben with his beams, and it just says, Fazarp.
Fazarp.
Reed determines that, because I think it's earlier he mentions that.
Yes. So Reed had determined that this only happens during
midday,
only on sunny days. So if it was cloudy, he doesn't show up. So Reed has left them, like he stayed behind to do science. And the science that he's done is when he shows up here with some sort of gun that creates clouds.
Yeah. Artificial cloud bank.
Yes. So he shows up and he just like sprays it. And all of a sudden, like the sun is now gone.
Well, Ben starts cleaning Crusader's clock, because now he's weaker.
Yeah.
Because of the lack of sun.
Yes, because he needs the sun to power his beams, apparently.
Yeah.
His little bracelet things.
And Ben's having a good. I do like this him running towards us here.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Fists out. He's ready to kick some ass. And there's also a nice brawl shot here. That's actually really cool.
Which one?
Just in the corner here.
Oh yeah. Good time.
Him and Crusader trading blows. He does at one point. Crusader punches him in the face, and Ben in the face, and
he's like, "Oh, my wisdom tooth."
Yeah, right. And then they fall through this roof.
Mm-hmm.
Crusader decides to grab this safe door.
Oh yes, this is fun.
And he throws it at Ben.
He literally just picks it up and he rips it off the hinges.
He slams it on top of Ben, and Ben's body's makes an imprint through it.
Yeah,
and
which is cool.
And this bank guy is like, "Good Lord, that safe door cost the bank thousands."
Too bad.
But the way they did the lettering, the S's and thousands are dollar signs. And Ben's like, "Fuck your bank door." He smashes it apart. And then, and there's just there's money flying everywhere. And Ben is punching.
Doesn't Ben throw money a bag of it or something in Crusader's face?
No, he kind of
isn't that doesn't he get hit with a huge thing of money right there?
No, I think they're in the bank vault and there's just coins and dollars everywhere, and they're just flying around. And he punches him.
Oh, I thought he picked up a sack of money with a dollar sign on it and just hucked it at Crusader. Because that would have been hilarious.
The $1 million man.
Yeah,
Ben
right.
Grimm. Yeah. So he's doing good here, but then Crusader knocks him away, and he runs outside because he knows that he's losing energy.
Yeah.
So he goes out there, and he's ready to engage with the rest of the team.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "All right, well, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn up my bands to the maximum so I can get all the energy I can.
Even though there's this cloud bank, so I can pull any sunlight." To get all this stuff. So he does, but in doing so, he fries himself.
Well, he does so, and then the cloud bank disperses.
Oh, that's right.
And it ends up turning, overflowing his negabands, and as he's just before he dies, he goes, "Father, I did it all for you, Father."
I think they're the large father in red there at the top.
The father. That's probably the last one. Yeah, that's probably
father.
His last word.
It's very funny. But yes, he did this all for his popsicle, his popsicle. Popsicle.
Popsicle.
Yeah, popsicle. He did it all for him, but now he is, I don't know, died?
He disintegrated.
Does he ever come back?
No. Not this one. No, wait. No, he does, but not this, because so with this,
not this particular
person, because
someone else under the mantle of Crusader.
Yeah,
yeah.
There's something to that effect, because Crusader. So I think I mentioned last week that this person who's Crusader here, it was retconned.
Yeah,
that he wasn't the actual Robert Grayson.
Okay,
but he was a eternal. That person that lived a Uranian, but I guess they call him an Eternal or something.
Sure.
That looked just like this guy, this Robert Grayson, and he had a headband that transmitted all of Robert Grayson's memories.
Okay.
There's something to that effect. And and then but he's the one that's here, and now he's disintegrated or whatever.
Oh, okay. And sure.
That's about as much as I can get into it, because there's a lot more that I'm sure I could probably just hash out, but I don't feel like doing that right now.
That's fine. That might as well happen.
But all that's left is the wristbands, and as the Fantastic Four is, kind of like, oh man, that guy just disintegrated in front of us. Sue's like, she's like, this is horrible. She's, I'm like, dude, you've seen way worse at this
I was
point.
gonna say, man,
That guy just fried up. The bank guy comes out and he's like, hey, you catch this guy? What's going on here?
this is pretty funny because Ben is like, you know what? Crusader was right about capitalist pigs. Now it's time for me to kick your ass. And that's basically what he does.
Well, he takes the bank manager and he throws him into this
Scrooge McDuck
pile of money.
Yeah, he basically was like, here, this is what it was be like if you were to actually swim through money. And of course, he's trapped under coins. I don't know.
Yeah,
This bank has a lot of coins.
Yeah, a lot of coins.
So many coins.
It's the coin bank. Yeah.
And then he says, like, to everybody there, he's like, if anybody digs him out before quitting time, you'll have to answer to me.
So let that man suffer.
Yeah,
And potentially get all of his bones crushed.
leave him underneath the coins.
Yes.
And then I'm assuming he goes to get a hot dog, but that's not in here.
Yeah, no, it just kind of ends because Johnny's like, do you think this guy's destroyed? And Reed's like, I don't know. We'll just have to ignore this until it happens again.
Yeah, and then he's like, oh, I gotta go. Things like, we gotta get back there so I can put this on my calendar. So I'm assuming he's just gonna mark it on Sue's Namor countdown
the cuck calendar, yeah.
The cuck calendar that she's created.
I got this one day I gotta go mark down on the calendar, and then I'm gonna play like it never happened.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, all right. All right.
You just mark it down as the day you got a hot dog.
Delicious hot dog.
All right, from then on, this day is Hot Dogs Day.
Nice.
That's the day. One day here, I go to Bronx.
I go to the Bronx and I get myself a hot dog, but it's not the same because it's not.
It's not from the dog park or whatever. So yeah, that's how this ends. Because the next issue is The Thing and the Hulk versus Fantastic Four. Enough said.
Did we read The Thing and the Hulk, or did we read an issue of this?
We might have read an issue with them,
but
together.
It's not this specific.
No, it's
okay.
not. But I have read this. This is actually pretty great because I just need to point out there's a part where they're on a plane.
Is Ben wearing a shirt?
Yes.
Wow.
And they're on a plane going. I forgot where they're going here, but
wait, are they on like a commercial flight?
Yeah, they're like on those big like 60s planes.
Do
70s.
they not have their own plane?
No, I guess they had to take that, not like a commercial flight.
What the hell?
So they got on a flight, and Ben, there's like a couple here that's about to like bang in front of their child.
Nice.
And then Ben looks at these and then just these series of panels cracks me up because of Ben's expressions.
Oh yeah.
Because he's sitting there, somebody comes in with a plate of cupcakes, and he's like, cupcakes? Oh, that must mean there's a stewardess on a plane. And he turns around and it's a guy stewardess.
Oh yeah.
So he is not happy.
Oh Jesus.
But I just love this picture here of Ben looking at these cupcakes. It reminds me of that dog.
Oh yeah.
That looked at those
yes.
that meme from like a million years ago.
That poor fucking dog.
So yeah. But and I've read this. It's actually not bad because it's something. It basically ends up being where like the Hulk come. They're trying. It's something to do with the Hulk and him. Ben Grimm's like, you know what? The Hulk's got the right idea. Let's smash stuff together.
I mean,
so for a little while, Ben turns heel.
You can't really blame him. It does look fun to smash things. I mean, that's the whole premise of those fucking what rage rooms or whatever the hell they're called, where
That's
you
right.
like pay money to go break TVs.
They should open up a rage room together.
They absolutely should.
It's a good business.
It is a good business. If they ever want to get out of the hero game, that's exactly what they should do.
Plan.
Yeah, they absolutely.
So yeah, but that's going to do it for Fantastic Four number 165 from December 1975. And that's going to do it for Fantastic Four coverage. I have no idea what we're going to do next week.
I don't either.
I don't know. We still might have to figure that out. There's plenty to do.
Oh,
don't get us wrong.
There's plenty to do. I mean, I've got some suggestions.
Yeah.
Which always goes either. It can always be a problem.
Hey, our absolute month, the one that you spearheaded, was quite a success, I think.
Oh, speaking of, man,
yeah.
Absolute Batman came out and I read it the other day, and it was just really like Cronbergian. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, speaking if you're thinking the stuff in that Fantastic Four movie, was bad. This was the way you described it to me.
Oh my God. I was like,
no.
Not that it was bad. I was just like, oh God, Jesus Christ. It was really disgusting.
It's like Batman turns into Double Dare, but with his body.
Yeah. Like he literally uses his own stomach acid to melt someone's face.
Spoilers.
Yeah, it's gross. It's really upsetting, okay? Like to the point where I was like, oh God, that's so... Like I thought about it for hours, just like how gross that was.
Honestly, I don't blame you.
But again, not saying it was a bad issue. It was just, oh God.
So anyways, thanks for listening, everybody. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram. Find us on all of our socials everywhere. Oh, by the way, I don't know when it's coming out, but I just recorded a podcast with Aaron Head Moss.
Mm-hmm.
That's his handle. I don't know why he's called Head, but it is Aaron. It goes by Aaron Head Moss, and he's got the Headcasts. And he's got a number of podcasts. The Long Box Crusade is one of them, which I think we've played their promo a few times. And he also got G.I. Joe podcast. And he had me on because he was on this group I'm on Facebook, this chat. And he was like, hey, who wants to talk about Animal Man? And I was like, hi.
Yeah, that's one of my guys.
That's a guy I like.
Yeah.
And we chatted about Animal Man.
Nice.
And I think I might be doing more of that in the future. So whenever that comes out, I'll have to let you all know because it was a fun conversation. So
yeah,
looking forward to that. But yeah, find us on our socials, find us on Facebook, and find us on YouTube at Worst Collection Ever. You can check that out. I'm still trying to gussy up all those, pick the thumbnails for all the podcasts so you can get a better look at them from a glance. You know, I think that goes a long way. But also, you know, find us there and also email us at worstcollectionever@gmail.com and rate and review the podcast anywhere you get it. We would really appreciate that. So once again, folks, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you again next time.
Bye.